Okay, good evening, everyone.
Hi, May.
Okay, so today we're going to have a special guest from Germany, and I hope that every one of you will learn something from him. Okay, so but before that, just reminder, please be respectful and ask many questions as you can. Okay, so be respectful and be curious. All right, so I will invite him now. Okay, so he's joining.
Hello.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Elma. Good.
Do you hear me?
Evening. Good evening here. Good morning there.
Good evening. Good evening. Good morning here.
Okay, what time is it there, Elma?
Right now it's 11:17.
Ah, it's 11 a.m. guys. So how many hours difference we have, guys?
Well,
I don't know.
Around 5, right? There are 5 hours difference. I think this one is less than what do we have in Latin America. Like last time we have a speaker from Mexico, and it was like it was nighttime there and it was morning here.
Wow.
Okay, but how many hours was that?
How many hours? Well, now it's 4:16, so around 5 hours. But in the Mexico, it's around, in Latin America, well, basically it's around 12 to 11.
Oh, 12 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
So the difference is so crazy. So anyway, guys, say hello to Elmar.
Hi, Elma.
hello. Hi.
So yeah, here is my students. So there are Burhan and Eza. Eza, can you please introduce yourself? Yeah, Eza, please introduce yourself. Eza, you can speak, Eza, please. Do not
Maybe he's
write.
muted by accident.
Eza, you're there? Okay, I think Eza usually will, when he doesn't feel like to speak, he will write. But suddenly he will speak again. Okay, so let's
but
just.
if he writes, can you read it out loud, because I don't see the chat. So if he writes something.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, sure. Okay, we can go to Burhan. So Burhan, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Burhan and I'm a human.
Nice to meet you.
How old are you, Burhan?
I'm 12.
Oh, you're 12.
I'm
What? Well, his mom is next to him as well, so yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Eza, can you hear me, Eza? Okay, Eza, can you introduce yourself now? Yeah. Do you have any problem with your microphone? Eza sometimes can be shy. So yeah, well, Eza and Burhan, basically they're good friends and they share the same interest, and well, don't be surprised if suddenly he will scream. So yeah.
No problem. But how come that you're interested in Germany? I wonder.
Well, it's
okay. So Burhan?
Because Germany is Germany.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
So yeah, Eza, you can speak now. Come on, tell me a little bit about yourself, Eza.
I don't find any interesting things in me.
No, I mean, you please introduce yourself to Elmar. Elmar wants to know about you. What's your name?
My name is Eza.
And how old are you, Eza?
11.
Okay, Eza is 11 and Burhan is 12.
Okay.
Okay, we actually have another one more student, but she is currently still having performance because, well, she's playing guitar and she just had a performance, so maybe she will be a little bit late. All right.
Okay.
So now let me just share the screen so that Elmar can tell us more about Germany and the culture. So are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Ready? Okay, that's great. So again, you can ask as many questions as you can in the end so that Elmar can answer as a native speaker. Okay, so today we're going to learn so many things about Germany, and since we learn as many as you can, and yeah, this one. Okay, so but can you guys see my slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and Burhan, please
No,
know.
No.
No, why there's eyes? There's okay. So
Perfect.
the first one we will get Elmar will introduce. Please.
Yeah. So my name is Elmar. I'm 20 years old. I live in Munich. That's a city in southern Germany. And yeah, currently I go to school, but today is Sunday, so I'm not going today. And I speak, yes, on the slide it says I speak English and French. French from school. So I'm not native speaker in French, but yes, that's good.
Wow, so this you speak 3 languages then?
Yeah, kind of.
What about you guys? How many languages do you speak?
I only like 2.
Yeah, Burhan, how many languages do you speak?
3: Indonesia, Java, and English.
Yeah, so Javanese is a traditional language in here that is spoken by Javanese ethnic in Java Island. So yeah, not all Indonesian people can speak Javanese, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
And what about
So
Eza?
it's a completely different. Is it a completely different language, or is it like a dialect, something like that?
It's a completely different language because it's a traditional language, and we speak like for every ethnic.
Gula means me.
Okay.
Yeah, and what about Eza? Eza, how many languages do you speak?
Indonesia, English, a little bit of Spanish, then a little bit of Java.
Oh, right. So yeah, well, Eza is learning Spanish too, and that's why because when we had a meeting last time with Lucas, well, he was surprised that Eza can speak Spanish, but all he says was like "me gusta."
I mean, that's already something. It's already good.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, so it was about Elmar, and now Elmar is going to explain about Germany. Okay.
Yeah, so Germany is, as you guys know, it's in Europe. It's in the middle of the continent. There are a lot of countries that are bordering it. For example, I think that's even the next slide, but I mean, it's so it's France, Austria, for example, Belgium, Netherlands, Poland. You know, there's a lot of countries that are bordering it, and yeah, I feel like Germany is known for manufacturing cars. So you maybe know some car brands. Yeah, and yeah, it has a lot of history, but I mean, I can't I can't recap all of it. It would take a bit too long.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, so basically, Germany contains a very rich history since war and etc. And yeah, we will learn more about it later on. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there is.
Our
And plus
next
Adia.
our students coming again. So yeah, here she is. Hi, Nadia.
ah,
Berlin.
hello.
Okay, Nadia, can you turn on your camera?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she's my students that can play guitar.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, Nadia, can you hear me? Okay, Nadia, can you please introduce yourself?
See, that one.
Hello, my name is Nadia. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, Nadia.
nice to meet you.
Okay, so Nadia, great. Yeah, that's glad to see you. Yeah. Okay, so here, let's go to the next slide, I guess.
Yeah. So, like I said already, it's bordering by a lot of countries. It's in the middle of Europe, France, Austria, Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic. But yes, very central. A lot of people, have, for example, jobs that where they go from, let's say, when they live near the border of another country, they usually work. They drive. So it's very central.
I see. And have you ever been to all of this neighbor country?
No, not all of them. I've been to Belgium, France, Austria, Czech Republic, but the rest not yet. I I still want to at some point. Poland would be cool.
I see. Yeah, that's so great. I feel like when you're so close to another country, it will be easy for you to travel from one to another.
Yeah, and it's more cheaper because now they're introducing like a €9 ticket where you can use all the trains inside of Germany, and you just pay €9 and then you can go to every city where you want. But it will take a bit by train.
So you can go to all of this country basically just by train?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
So you can go to other countries by plane, by train, by car.
Wow.
But
What
inside of Germany, you can go by train mostly, or like travel bus. But most people take the train.
Wow, imagine this, guys. Like, if our country is so close to other country, but unfortunately, Indonesia, we are separated by. Yeah, we just have a lot of islands.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So it's more difficult to make like something like this happen, like train connection and everything when you have islands, because more difficult.
yeah, that's the thing. We normally like the most possible transportation other than plane is ship, and
Mhm.
it takes longer than that. So,
Mm.
what about you guys? If you were in Germany, which neighbor country would you like to go?
Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland.
Switzerland?
House.
Why, bro?
It's because I just want to see cows.
Oh my
You
God.
want to see cows?
Why though?
Man literally wants to see cows.
You have it here, literally.
And if
Man,
I
man
also want
literally want to see.
and to
Man
go to
literally,
Copenhagen.
man literally want to see cows.
Mhm. What about Eza? If you were in Germany, which neighbor country would you like to go?
USA.
Where?
USA.
Well, Germany to USA is too far. For sure.
It's too far.
And this one, the neighbor country, the closest one. There are some closest countries. So which one do you want to go? Is it a hard question?
Indecisive. He doesn't know the countries are so cool. You could go to any.
Yeah, well, if I were there too, I would just confuse, like, can I just travel to all of them? Because it's, yeah, like literally you can go in. What about Nadia? Nadia, are you there? I think she's gone.
Oh.
Okay, let's ask.
Berlin is so close to Poland.
Yes, bro, the
Berlin.
Poland.
Berlin.
It's like 2 steps and Dara. From Berlin, you're already in Poland.
No, it's not that close actually. Is it far to go from Berlin to Poland?
I don't think it's actually that far. You can go there by car. I don't think it takes that long. I mean, it's really close to Poland, so go by train or whatever.
Imagine, guys, if you're there, if you're in Germany, then you can, all you need is a train or car.
And Tada, you're
Or
in
you can
Poland.
go by bus.
Oh, you're in Vienna. Oh, you're in Bern. Or you're in Paris. Or you're in Rotterdam.
Yeah, literally. Oh, Nadia is here. Hi, Nadia. If you were in Germany, which neighbor country would you like to go?
There is Spooderman. Country Spooderman.
Okay, so yeah, guys, please, you can throw later on, yeah?
I want to draw Spooderman.
Yeah. But sorry, guys. Sorry for the noise.
There's the tiny San Marino in Italy, a tiny dot.
So yeah. Anyway, thank you, Elmer, for talking about the geography.
Sausage.
I know you guys will always seem so enthusiastic every time we talk about food.
Food. There is food. La food.
Okay. So please, Elmar, can you please introduce about this food?
All right. So as you can see, it's called grilled sausage. In German, it's called Bratwurst. It's very like when you go to, for example, restaurants or like beer garden. I don't know if you know what it is, but it's basically just there are a lot of tables outside. You can sit down and mostly they drink a beer and then they order like traditional old German food such as bratwurst, for example. Then they have like something else mixed to it, so it could be I don't know, like different dishes, but maybe rice, for example. Yeah, but it's very, very. I mean, when tourists come to Germany, they want to order this and sit in a beer garden and like drink beer, and just for having tried it, because it's like the stereotype food, kind of,
The sausage looks delicious.
Yes, I want one.
Try to say the name of this food, guys.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
Yes, that's very good.
Bratwurst.
Very nice. Perfect.
Whoa. So this is also your German lesson 101.
Yes, crash course.
Okay, so one question. Do you also eat rice in Germany?
Yes, we love
Do you
rice.
also?
Do you eat
What was the
rice?
question?
Rice.
Yeah, we do, but like I don't know, but not just rice. I would say it's mostly like rice with vegetables, or maybe you prepare rice and then put it in a pan and then put something else into it, maybe meat. So I wouldn't say that people eat only rice, but they eat rice with something else most of the time. Yes.
Yeah, we also eat rice with other things because here the taste is plain. It has no taste, so that's why you should eat that with something else. That's why.
We eat
Yeah, what
sausage.
like fried rice? We also have the fried rice, and where we mix it with other like Indonesian ingredients, and we have it for dinner.
Yeah, probably use a lot of
Shoot.
what's it called, like pepper or like those kind of stuff, for taste.
Yeah, and we fry the rice.
Okay.
We fry the rice.
What is sausage and dari is made out of?
Yeah, we also put sausage usually.
Yes.
What is sausage and
I don't know. I think the bratwurst. I don't
A
know
pretzel.
if it's pig or if it's pork or yeah. I don't know. I
It's
guess it's kind of
pretzel.
different.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
It's
the next one.
pretzel.
Exactly.
Friends.
It's
Pretzel. It's pretzel.
Yeah.
It's pretzel.
Okay, okay, yeah. Why you guys are so historical
so
with this
excited
food?
about it. I mean, do you guys know this already?
Yes.
This type of food?
Yes.
You know it?
Mm,
It's
Are more
very
mentioned in the
stereotypical
book.
for Germany.
mm-hmm.
Like most people associate this food with Germany. But the thing is, the most stereotypes come from the Americans that think of Germany, and then they think about this food, for example, like Brezeln, and in German with traditional clothing and everything. But it's true, I think in every bakery you can buy those. They always, like in the morning, every day they do it fresh by hand. And it's very nice. It tastes very nice. There's a little bit of salt on the outside. Some people like it with the salt, but I always like rub it off because sometimes it's too much, and then it tastes too much of salt and it's not delicious anymore.
Yes. Me no
These
like
pretzel
salt.
look huge.
Me no
Yeah,
like salt.
it looks huge.
Me
The
no like salt.
pretzel.
Yeah, it can be pretty big, but there are like small ones also. But then you have also some of those that are cut in the middle, and then they put butter on it, and it's like a sandwich, and you put it together, and then some people like it with butter, some like it normal. I prefer normal, so yeah. But it's in every bakery.
Ah, I see. And what's the taste actually? I mean, can you eat this food with other food? Can you combine?
Yeah, for example, bratwurst. You could eat this with pretzel, but it's the taste is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like doughy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like bread, but more soft, I would say. But it tastes very well. If you ever go to Germany, you have to try. It's the best.
Yeah, for sure. And the last one we have.
Wow. What is
Yes,
this? What is
scary
this?
word, scary word. It's
Kartoffelknödel.
Yeah,
Wow.
try to say this
Yeah.
this food, guys. Try to say it.
Kartoffelknödel.
Kartoffelknödels.
Yeah, that was good. That was good pronounced. Kartoffelknödel.
No.
Why that we? This looks like pental.
No, it's not like a meatball. It's not. It's a
Meatball.
potato. It's a
Meatball.
potato.
This looks like meatball.
Well, it's potato, but it does look like meatball.
Potato ball.
That's true.
So
Potato ball.
It's bakso.
It's
Just without
potato
the-
ball.
And,
Potato balls.
is it like a main dish or like a side dish?
Side dish.
I would say it's a main dish. It's a
What?
main dish, I think. Yeah, but I don't know really. Like it tastes like potato. Of course, it's in the name, but I don't think I've tried it really once. Maybe one time, but not really that much because I don't go to restaurants really. You know, you only most of the time you find this kind of stuff in restaurants. You can of course do it for yourself at home. There are recipes and everything, but I never tried to do it. It tastes good. I mean, it looks
Why
good.
do you every time you give ice? Why?
bakso.
Uh-huh.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this, bro?
So yeah,
Every
I read
time.
that the Germany is related to like potatoes and bread
Potato.
Yeah.
for the food.
Yes, there's a lot of.
The little of the
It's like with the Irish, for example, like the Irish and the Germans are pretty same when it comes to, like similar when it comes to potatoes because we just love them. I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's in a lot of dishes. I would say potatoes.
Yeah, so that's why like most of the food are made from potatoes.
Yeah.
Potato ta.
Potato ta.
And what about in Indonesian food, guys? Well, can you tell us the food that is made from potato?
Perkedel.
Yeah, perkedel. Perkedel is like
What's that?
Yes.
it's. Wait, let me type it down. Yeah, okay,
Perkedel.
bro, you explain what is perkedel.
Perkedel.
Sure of potatoes with some
Yes.
stuff, but usually people just mash a potato and then shape it and then
It's
cook it and cook
It's a
it.
kuchen. It's a kuchen.
But
It's-
usually, actually, you mix it with onions
It's
and then with a little shrimp
kuchen.
and some stuff.
It's a kuchen.
Oh, okay.
Complex, but it's delicious.
I translated it.
Kuchen.
Ah, Kuchen. Okay.
Potato
It's like
dumplings.
cake.
No, but it's not really a cake.
It's not really the cake.
It's not really a cake because
Kuchen.
it's so salty
But it's not sweet.
and fried.
Yeah, it's salty. It's not sweet.
You eat it with
Mhm.
rice,
Yeah, you can eat that
Okay.
with rice.
All right.
and it always exists at nasi kuning.
Yeah, with the
Oh.
we also have like a traditional food called the yellow rice, where we can put this perkedel along with the rice. We ate that
Okay.
with the yellow rice.
Ooh.
You guys make me hungry though.
Yeah. Same.
Mama, I want
Let's go to the
McDonald's.
next part. I can't see the food anymore.
Little Ocean.
Yeah, if you
All
ever
right.
heard about this as a
No.
lederhosen.
Who is Lederhosen?
Ever heard about it?
Lederhosens.
Have you
Lederhosen.
ever seen or heard about it?
I don't know leather trousers.
Every time you click Germany, you always see this clothes.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's not in all of Germany. It's only in Bavaria. That's where I live. It's the state. And the capital of the state is Munich. So it's in the south, and there's this big, what's it called? Like festival, you probably heard about it. Oktoberfest, you probably know it. Maybe heard it. I don't know. But it's there's a lot of people coming there, and that's the traditional clothes you wear on it, and everyone's drinking there. You can ride roller coasters, you can eat, you can be on stands where you throw something and then you can win a prize. There's a lot of, it's like the biggest festival in the world, I think. And it's around September, I think, but I don't know if it will happen this year because they have like still discussing because of the corona measures and everything. But I hope that it will happen so I can go there because I haven't been in like 2 years. But yeah,
Yeah, I can
it's a
feel it.
really
Like,
nice festival.
almost like every festival in the world has been postponed during this pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the traditional clothes. What about in Indonesia, guys?
Wow,
What's the
wow.
traditional?
I don't really know. I forgot.
Okay. Well, Indonesia, I think maybe you probably know about batik.
Bro, stop adding eyes. There are eyes
Batik
already.
is
don't
a
know.
Kebaya.
traditional clothes, and yeah.
Yes, yes.
Do you guys can tell more about our traditional clothes?
Well, there was kebaya. And then
Mhm.
there's a hat look like thing called as blankons. And then the pattern called as batik. The clothes called as kebayas. Or it was called as baju takwo.
Yeah.
It's because it was made by Sunan Kalijogo, one of the wali songs of the Javanese or the Indonesian stuff and blah blah blah.
Okay, I understand.
So yeah,
All right.
Burhan is really
understand.
into history, so yeah, he knows a lot.
All right. That's cool.
They
Yeah.
don't. They
So
really don't eat
us in our traditional clothes, basically, our every ethnic in our country has its own traditional clothes. So when like every time like people ask about what's your traditional clothes, we will refer to our traditional clothes, like our ethnic.
So is it because there are a lot of islands, you said? So they
Yeah.
have different traditional clothes on
Yes.
the islands?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also the
Yeah.
main factor why we have such a lot of
Even the
ethnic.
island of Java and the island of Madura and Bali has different clothes and different ways to talk.
Ah,
And
okay.
Yeah, that's
Ah, okay.
Yes, yes,
why.
that is
That's
true.
interesting.
Yeah, that's why we have like a lot of it. And yeah, we're
I
going
see.
to talk about festivals.
Yeah,
festivals,
so
beers,
for festivals,
No,
and
for
trumpets.
festivals,
no,
like I said,
no.
in Munich there's Oktoberfest. It takes place one time each year, and it's for 2 or 3 weeks. I think I'm not really sure for how long it goes, but you don't have to pay to go into the Oktoberfest. You can just walk around if you want to, but if you want to ride on roller coasters or maybe get something to drink in the beer, there are huge beer tents where there's a lot of people, like hundreds of people there, and everyone's drinking. Then you have to pay, and it's really difficult to get a seat for one table because everyone's like pre-booking. But then there's also another festival I can think of. It's in Cologne, and in Cologne, it's more like West Germany, like bordering near France, and it has carnival. And each year they do like massive parades where everyone's dressing up and they're drinking also like the whole day. There's like it's a huge parade. There are a lot of people that come from other countries, for example, France or Belgium, Netherlands, just for Carnival in Cologne. And I've never been, but I would love to because it's just crazy experience because the whole city is dressing up, and it's just a nice atmosphere.
Yeah, I can feel that. I mean, looking at this Oktoberfest, it's already like a very like cultural things, and you can find many authentic things from Germany there.
There's a person holding beer everywhere.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a lot of beers being drunk at the Oktoberfest. But it used to be, I think, like in the 18th century or something, there was a like this Oktoberfest was made as a celebration for a king and his wife, like that they were getting married. So this was the whole celebration, and like it turned more into just drinking, but it used to be like more, I guess it was horse races or something they were watching back then, and maybe drinking a bit. And now it turned more into like a festival, like party, you know.
Mhm.
But there's like a historic background to it.
Oh, wow, that's so interesting. What about in Indonesia, guys? Can you have you ever been to any festival in Indonesia?
Well, right now it's Hari Choti Lamongan.
Ah,
Yes,
yeah.
that
Now
is correct.
it's the
What's that?
birthday of their city. So, well, just for your information, I live in different city with my students. They live in the neighbor city, which is called Lamongan, and today is their anniversary.
Okay, for the city.
Yeah, for the city.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
And yeah, can you guys tell Elmar a little bit about your city, about Lamongan?
So Lamongan is a city between some parts that was has some stuff between Lele and Bandung.
Oh yes, that is
They-
correct.
Yeah, we have like the most common fish are milkfish and catfish.
Okay.
Fish and
But is
catfish.
it a big city? Like, because you said it's between different ports. Is it like a big city?
I don't know.
It's not that big, but
Yep.
yeah, it's not
It's
that big,
Normal
but
city.
almost the same with my city actually. And it's near the beach. It has beach a lot.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, what's Mhm.
What do you do as a celebration? Because you said today is a celebration of the city. Like, do you dress up in traditional clothing then, and like do parades or something, or is it just or maybe fireworks, or what do you do as a celebration?
Well, people will send some pray. Well, go to the mosque and pray with things I don't know what it actually means, is because it's Arabic. And then in the night, people will go to the streets, cook a lot of stuff, and then eat in the middle of the road.
And that is correctly. And that is
Sounds nice.
relatable. That is relatable.
Ah, I see. What about you guys? What will you do? Have you ever participated?
I ever eat in the middle of the road.
Yeah, it's very common to like stop the road, the whole street, and then we will like eat together in the middle of the street.
And some eggs.
Fish. We love
It's
eggs.
nice. It's like it's such a communal thing when everybody is coming together, I imagine.
Yeah, it's very common, like even not only for the celebration, even for wedding, like you can like directly like literally close the part of the street and then held the wedding in that street. It's
Yes.
it's
That's
very
nice.
common to do a wedding on the street.
Oh yes, that is correct. It's usually in the small spaces.
yeah for
I see.
like in the village, and yeah, in the residence, the residence street in this case, and you can stop and held the wedding there instead of
Oh, that's cool.
in the building.
And
I think
everyone will set up some coffees.
Oh,
Yeah.
coffees.
coffee.
Black coffee. They're famous.
Yeah,
And
that's
for
There's a
tumpeng.
lot of coffee shops around there.
yeah. We're just crazy about coffee shop recently. Like
Oh,
even
you
in
drink a
my
lot of coffee?
even in my
Yes.
city,
Yeah.
we have a lot of coffee shop in here. Starting
Even in
from
I
starting
think
from the
Germans drink a lot of
village.
coffee too.
Oh, you
They're
do?
really
Someone that
yeah,
was
they start their day
or
with
Hentai.
coffee.
Okay, hentai.
someone that was married, born, or dead, or something. People will set up, will send gifts of food to people that was everywhere.
Yeah,
That
it's like
thing
exchanging food.
kedatangan.
We have the exchanging food as well. And yeah, it was in Lamongan, it was in their city. In my city, we also have like this festival, like around 3 days before Idul Fitri, the Muslim tradition, and we will have like a night carnival where you can buy stuff and you can buy milkfish. So yeah, we have like the biggest producer of milkfish, so that every time we have like the festival, we will sell the milkfish, and there's even what is it, a competition to for the biggest milkfish. So people will bring
I
their
see.
biggest milkfish, and then there will be like the biggest will get the prize. Something like.
What's the price?
On the size of a cat.
Yeah, well, this year, last time I heard about the competition, there will be, the prize is like around more than 1 million, more than 1
Oh
million.
wow!
1 million
And
what?
oh
So it's
yeah,
really a
forget 1
competition.
million rupiah.
Oh,
Sorry.
that,
Yeah, yeah.
no,
It's
no.
1 million
That is-
rupiah.
That is like
How many pounds? It's not that much in pounds actually,
yes.
or in euro.
I mean, still.
Especially, it's not that much in Europe. And there's also like the prizes for the winner, which means which is like umrah. They will get a gift to go to Arab to pray Hajj for free.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey!
It is a nice gift though, because going there is so expensive. So
Yeah.
It's 64
Really?
euros.
64 euros. Okay.
Oh my
61?
god!
64 euros for 1 million.
I mean, that's still a lot.
It's still much
Okay.
for you?
60 euros, yeah.
Okay, guys. So yeah, we are finally, your favorite part.
Your mustache!
The history, we're going to talk about German history.
Wait.
Mustache!
Mr. Mustache. That is Mr. Mustache.
Yes,
And for
it
sure.
is.
And there
Okay.
is a painting.
So you know any the iconic person from Germany that you know?
Charlemagne.
And who else?
And then the funny mustached Adolf Hitler. And then who else?
Yeah, well, I think Hitler is
There's
also
a historical
iconic
picture.
person in
There's
Germany.
Charles V. That was
What?
son of Philip the Handsome. And the mom was Joanna. And was the daughter of Ferdinand II of Spain. And then unified Spain, Holy Roman Empire, and the Habsburg into one rule. That means Austria, Germany, and Spain. In one rule. Seriously.
Wow, bro, you know a lot about it.
He knows his facts.
Pasti mamamu bangga.
Yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, so Elmer, do you the Hitler here is very popular in the worldwide. What about in for German people? What do they think about Hitler?
Well, I feel like Germans generally have like a lot of, even though they didn't even grew up at that time, they have a lot of guilt, for what the country did back then. And I think that they also kind of look at the side that they look what happened so it doesn't happen again, so they try to learn something out of the history, but they really feel guilty for what happened, and that this person is kind of so well known around the world, and that because of him Germany is well known. It's like really sad, kind of, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but at least they, from the history, the people finally realized which one is right and which is wrong. They finally learned something
Yeah.
from this person.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah, but I mean, there's also historical events would be the unification of Germany, because after the Second World War, it was split up in East and West Germany, and it's actually a miracle kind of that it unified, because in East Germany it was controlled by the Soviet Union, and the problem was that, I don't know, they wanted to open the borders kind of, but not completely. And then they held a press conference, and in that press conference, the speaker got wrong information, and he thought that this opening of the border would take place right now, like immediately. But that was a mistake, and so everybody in East Germany went to the border in Berlin, for example. They went to the border and they wanted to cross, and yeah, the policemen were overwhelmed and they couldn't stop everyone, and so they just decided to tear the wall down and let the people go, and then Germany was unified. So it was a mistake from the higher ups that led to it.
Yay!
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 so yeah, finally after the reunification, is there any like significant change between both of the country?
I mean, you can still see where East Germany, you can, like, West Germany was more influenced by the US and East Germany by the Soviet Union. And the Soviet Union kind of, they had, for example, like less good looking houses, for example, like huge block houses that look all the same. And in the West was more prosperous because of the influence of the USA. And they had more financially like a advantage in West Germany, and in East Germany it still is today, that there are some jobs or most jobs where you earn less in East Germany than you would in West Germany because of the financial differences they had back then.
Wow,
So more people would like to go to West Germany to do a specific job there because you earn more than to go to East Germany and work because there's less opportunities. Kind of.
yeah, so
Education, everything is the same,
Mhm.
but just the work kind of, some jobs that are paid less in East Germany. Yeah.
Anyway, talking about education, yeah, I read a lot about the education in Germany. Is it totally free for that?
Yeah, it's totally free. You have there's a lot of tests that you need to go to school for 10 years, I think. So so you have your graduation. There are a lot of pathways you can take, and it's really complicated to explain. But you start out from elementary school, and then from elementary school, you decide you can go to 3 different kinds of schools. For example, gymnasium. Gymnasium is when you have when you are really intelligent, let's say. Then there is one that's called Realschule, which is like the middle school, like when you're medium good in school. And then there's one called Hauptschule, which is like more focused on like technical work, I would say. And like if you're not really that good with studying, and then there are a lot of pathways you can take. But the good thing is, if you decide from elementary school which pathway you take, you can still always, for example, if you go to the worst school since elementary school, then you can still get the opportunity to go to the highest school. So your future isn't depending on your first decision from elementary school. So there's a lot of ways, and it's all for free.
So it's even starting from a very early age.
Yeah, you start, I think, at 6 years old is a normal age, like when you go to school. And then when you're 10, like some people go to school when they're 8, they start going to school, or maybe 5, even earlier. But most people, they end in they finish elementary school with 10 years old, I think, something like that.
Yes.
Like
Mhm.
it's only 4 years, so it goes to 4th grade, and then from 5th grade
Yes.
into the other schools.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, in here, the kids usually go to school for the elementary school when they're 5 or 6. What about you guys? How old were you when you entered the elementary school?
7, 9, 7, or 6.
Bro, really?
Yeah, I was 7.
Mhm. What about Nadia? How old were you, Nadia, when you entered elementary school?
I think 11 years old. 11 or 6.
I
I see. And what about Eza? How old were you when you entered elementary school?
was 3 when I joined playgroup.
And then what about elementary school?
Elementary school. Let me calculate this.
Okay. 6?
I think 5.
5? Wow, it's pretty early. Wow.
When did you start school, Nada?
Yeah, well, I was 6 when I start.
Yeah,
elementary
same.
school.
Chocolate is 2.
Yeah, well,
Miss,
yes, yes. Guys,
this is historical figure.
no.
Who is this historical figure?
No, we can't throw it here.
Wow, Get the Chocolate is a historical figure.
Historical figure.
Okay. So now let's get into the stereotype. Yeah, so
Oh
we're
yes.
the stereotype about Germany, and so that you can learn what is true and false about the country.
False.
So
Stereotypes.
Stereotype.
we
Green
can
hat.
be more
A
respectful.
winner. There's a winner.
Sausages.
There is
Okay,
a
I
so
winner.
wonder,
think
what do you
Elmar
guys
is-
think are stereotypes? What do you guys think are stereotypes for Germans? Like, what do you think of Germans?
I think it.
German. I think
I-
of beer. I don't know what German
Okay.
I think is
beer. Sausages, flags, green hats.
like a normal country.
Green hats. All
Green
right.
hats.
Green hats.
Yeah, when you listen to German, or when you hear a word of Germany or German people, what's on your mind for the first time? For example, like, oh, they like beers, or for example, they like
Hitler.
to travel or something like that. So what's on your mind?
Hitler. That's the first thing that comes to mind because I heard his name. That's a lot.
Well,
I mean,
Germany is one of the greatest economical countries in Europe. Number 1.
That's true. That's true. Like one of the most high ups. I don't know if it's number 1. Could be, because we have a lot of car manufacturing and good job market and everything. But I mean, for stereotypes, you said beer. It's true. The Germans drink a lot of beer. I mean, you
Nice.
see the Oktoberfest, the festival, for example. This is like mostly only about drinking, and it's really expensive also there. But there are also
What is
some
beer
stereotypes.
actually
For
made of?
example,
Yes, I
beer.
have a question for that.
I think, well, beer, I don't really know, but the thing is, it's like it's like we have our own brewery, so they brew the beer in like huge buildings, and then they send it off everywhere. And there are different kinds of beers. It's all different taste wise, alcohol percentage wise. It's very different. There's a big variety of it. And for example, for stereotypes, there are stereotypes that Germans are, for example, always punctual, so they're never late when they have like a meeting. I would say generally most Germans are like that. So they don't like to they don't like to cause trouble, kind of like, because when you're late to something, then you cause an inconvenience. And I feel like that Germans are more like serious. They don't want to be out of line. They like to stick to the rules and like keep everything like in place, you know. I would say that's like for the most majority, but for younger people it's different, you know, because I mean generally it's individual. Some people are more late, some people are early, some people don't mind if, I don't know, like inconvenience happens. But I would say most Germans like to stick to their rules because they think, okay, rules are there to be kept in place, kind of like that. But then there's always the stereotype that they don't have humor, like Germans don't can tell jokes
I
and
hear
everything.
that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like, because Germans are so serious sometimes, you know, then they don't loosen up. I would say that, for example, a person from South America is more likely to approach you and talk to you than a German, because they don't have that extroverted mentality, you know. They're mostly like, I don't want to cause trouble, I don't want to be rude, I don't want to come off like that and that. They think too much. I don't think that they act straight away, but Germans think too much, too logically.
Okay.
That is relatable to me.
Go more out of themselves.
And that is
The
very
stereotype German people is that they work hard.
and that we're
True,
being
that's true. That stereotype that they work hard is true. Really, they like think a lot of career. I think they don't really think of like founding a family, for example, but they really look at their career, that they achieve like the goals that they set themselves to. But yeah, that's true. I would say it.
Yeah. So marriage is not very common in Germany.
I mean, it is, but I would say that most like couples, that they always say, oh, it's not the right time, and that they want to focus more on their career, like improving. But there are people are getting married, but they always, that's what I mean. They think too much, like the Germans. They're always like, oh, it's not the right time. You know, I need to concentrate on this at work and do this. They always want to have everything perfect, kind of, you know. But it's never perfect. The Germans just think too much.
Yeah, I can see that from their from how they do, like being so serious, and yeah, so that's why they can be perfect for everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
But
What else, guys? Do you have any other stereotypes about Germany, or have you ever heard about Germany?
no.
Yeah, it was so interesting to get to know finally why.
I mean, there's one stereotype
Mhm.
also, which is from the Americans, that we all wear traditional clothing, you know, but it's
What?
only in Bavaria for Oktoberfest. They think that everyone in Germany is wearing them. On the countryside, more people are wearing it,
Mhm.
like everyday life, kind of. But in the cities, it's like dying out. Only when the Oktoberfest is happening, then everybody in the city is wearing it, the traditional clothing. But only in Munich. But Berlin and in the north, they don't do that. They think then he's from Bavaria.
So it's like they wear it in special occasions only.
Yeah, especially in Bavaria, in that area, on the countryside and everything.
Okay, so yeah, it was so interesting to talk about the stereotype, and let's talk about the landmarks. Yeah.
Landmark. What is this?
Oh,
Englishers Garden, Munich.
And
yes, Englischer Garten and Brandenburger Tor in Berlin. And the thing is, the English Garden isn't like, I would say, like a landmark kind of, but it's the biggest park in the whole world. I think it's even bigger than the Central Park in New York. And there's like always somebody there, and like they party and drink and have a good time. I mean, you can see on that picture, it's like pretty big. If you look on a picture from satellite, it's huge. Like you can walk a long time if you want to. And of course, the Brandenburger Tor in Berlin. I don't know. Have you guys seen it before?
No,
Time
I
you
didn't.
click German, you will see this gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's I've been only one time to Berlin, and it's actually smaller than it looks on the picture. I thought it was huge, but it's not actually that big. It's definitely nice to go.
Yeah, we can already see that it's a nice place to go, and the historical, it's very historical too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times, like a lot of historical figures have been to Berlin and have held speeches at that place. Like for example, the Chancellor of Germany, the former Chancellor, she spoke often at this place. And then, of course, it's now not mentioned in the presentation, but there's a lot of there are different landmarks. For example, I would say in Cologne, there's the Kölner Dom, which is like a huge church. It's iconic for Cologne, and I mean every city has its own kind of like I don't know, special thing, you know.
Totally. So like when you like standing in any landmark, then people will directly think, you're in this place.
Mhm.
Actually, we still have
Bless
one
you.
more.
Oh yeah, this it's called Neuschwanstein. Maybe you guys seen it before. This
Neuschwanstein?
castle,
What is the
Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein?
No,
But
I just
probably
Neuschwanstein.
if you've seen Disney movies,
Yes,
have you
it
seen
looks
Disney
like
movies?
yes. It looks like the intro.
Yeah, the castle.
It looks
And this castle was inspired by this one, and it's in in a small area in Bavaria, and it's like when you go there, you're not even allowed to take pictures inside because they still want tourists to come and experience it by themselves. So if you post pictures online from the interior, then they think, okay, I see everything, I don't need to go. But it's a really nice castle.
have you ever been there?
Very fairy tale-like. I've been once, and it's so crowded though. There are a lot of people there. There's also, because it's like a high area, there's also like a huge bridge, and which has like the perfect view to this castle. I think that this picture even was taken maybe on that bridge, and there are so many tourists from everywhere, like Chinese, French, like every nationality. There's so many people going there. It's so crowded.
Everywhere.
Sorry?
Why Chinese always everywhere?
A lot of Chinese tourists, yeah.
Well, they
that is
they are everywhere.
Asian thing.
How can a non-Chinese suddenly appears in Bavaria?
Sorry?
Neuschwanstein.
How can a Chinese suddenly appear at Bavaria?
Neuschwanstein.
I mean, it's pretty famous, this castle, so a lot of people decide to go. It's very nice.
Miss, I have a questions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there 3 tongue twisters in the next slide?
Yes. We're going to have a tongue twister after this. German tongue twister.
Yes.
Yeah, the favorite part, the challenging one.
Which of his
I like that you put a tornado there. That fits.
Oh, broke that out. Broke.
Guys,
All right.
yeah, it's not that hard. So Elmar will demonstrate the first tongue twister, and then
And I will not even hear it.
you will.
All right. I will go. I will
Okay.
I will do it one time, and then I will say part by part, and you can repeat. Okay. So first one goes Fischers Fritz. Fischers Fritz, Fisch, frische Fische, frische Fische, Fisch, Fischers Fritz. It's
Din, din, din.
Difficult.
Fisher Fritz, Fisher Fritz, Fisher Fritz, Fish
Fritz,
Fritz,
fish,
Fish
fish,
Fritz,
fish,
Fish
You
Fritz.
guys look like
I
I
want
mean,
fish.
it sounds
I want fish.
good.
I want fish.
Basically, it says
Now I want
the tongue
fish.
twister. The tongue twister says like the fishing guy Fritz is fishing fresh fish. That's basically
Now
what's
I
in there.
want fish.
Made you hungry.
Yes, I haven't
Okay.
eaten yet.
So, who wants to try this one?
Oh no.
Okay, I think I will go with Eza first, and then number 2 will be Bro, and number 3 will be Nadia.
Fish, fish.
Okay, come on.
That's difficult.
Fish, 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 fish.
I mean, close enough. All right, then maybe to the second one, yeah.
Oh, guys, can we pause for a while because it's adhan in here, the calling for praying. Like, can we have a break for around 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, I'm gonna
All
mute
right.
first.
Yeah, we will have a break for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Wake up, it's done.
No, it's not.
Wake
It's
up,
not
it's
over yet.
This is my trigger warning. You just hear my fan.
All right. All right, all right. Is everyone here? Okay.
Why does the third one sound like drums?
Yeah. So, where were we? We are in the second tongue twister, but yeah. Anyway, just a little bit question about tongue twister in German actually. What do all the people like? Do all Germans can pronounce this tongue twister?
Of course.
But to all the Germans?
Because like tongue twister is very fast. Like even if you like are the native, then sometimes it could be like
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, like you can still mess it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, so
All right.
let's go to the second tongue twister, bro. Get ready.
All right. So the second one goes like Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut.
Okay.
Try to repeat it.
Burhan, your turn now.
Blokklei bleb blokklei on blokklauw blek boeklauw.
Blaukraut. Yes.
What does it mean?
Like wedding dress stays wedding dress, and then some kind of food stays that kind of food.
Miss.
Wow.
Miss.
Yes. Exactly.
I want to eat pray.
Yeah, we'll finish this after this. Don't worry.
Now I want to pray.
Okay. And the last one, Nadia.
Yes. The last. Wait, so I will say one time and then she can repeat.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So the third one is der Dachdecker deckt dein Dach, drum dank dem Dachdecker, der dein Dach deckt.
Okay. That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, I think, compared to the
It's
previous.
difficult. Yes. It says something like the guy working on the roof. The guy working on the roof is like working on your roof. So be thankful for the guy working on your roof because he is working on your roof, fixing the roof.
Ah, right.
It's I don't know the word, but there's like, I don't know the word for it, but the guy who is fixing roofs and everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a guy usually whose job is to fix the roof. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It was fun as usual to talk about every language is tongue twister. Okay, so yeah, that was about the tongue twister. And do you have any question?
Oh no.
Bro, I think you have a question, right? Last time the one that you told me. Oh, you can directly ask it to Elmar.
Yes.
A question about what?
About the why people about beer and stuff, I think.
Oh yeah, why people in Germany love beer so much?
Good question. I guess it's like deeply rooted in like the past. I guess we've always been like alcoholics. They love beer. I don't know.
And how many glass of beer that you can that would make you drunk?
Wait, what did you say?
How many glass of beer that makes you drunk?
I guess 5 beers or something.
5
Depends if you. It depends if you ate before or not. So I recommend eating before, or it's not good.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that well, even though we don't drink beers, but
There is tua.
yeah, we also have something like that. We also have a drink that makes us drunk. It's a traditional drink, actually.
But it's alcohol, or is it different?
Alcohol, like, but it's like it comes from a special tree, and then it was fermented.
Okay. Okay.
It's a fermentation of a fruit that makes us drunk. So, yeah.
I see.
But we do have alcohol here, but it's not widely sells.
Accepted.
At least in my city and in my student city, because here the alcohol is illegal in our city. So that's why.
But it's different for every island, for example. Like every island decides, or is it like everywhere the same?
Well, in a big city, like for example in the capital, is much what is it? It much more. They can sell more alcoholic drinks in the big.
Yeah, because a lot of tourists go there. Probably
Sometimes
also.
there were these drinks called as lekken. You must drink it really fast, or else the next day it becomes drunkable.
Yeah, there's a drink there's a traditional drink called lekken that comes from a special tree in here that you have to drink it immediately. If you save it for, let's say, tomorrow, then this drink will be fermented and will make you drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I never heard of something like that.
Way to make an alcohol drink.
Yeah, it was like it's a traditional alcoholic drink, I guess. Here.
I see. Okay.
What else, guys? Do you have any other questions? Azar, have you finished your praying? Okay, Azar. I think Azar will join us later on. And
okay.
What about Elmar? Maybe you have any question for the kids about maybe they're about culture or something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, Burhan, please. It's the time for drawing.
Maybe I'm interested. What you guys want to do when you like finish school? What's your goal, kind of like? That's what I would like to know. Like, would you like to go to a different country and work maybe there, learn a language? Like, what direction would you choose to go?
So let's start from Burhan, because as I still eating. So yeah, bro, what do you think? What's on your mind?
What?
Are you planning to go to another country in the future?
I want to go to Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey?
Why Turkey?
It's because it has Turkey.
Because Turkey is good Turkey.
Well, Burhan is a big fan of Turkeys and also the history, and he really wants to go to Hagia Sophia. So that's
a place that changed,
nice.
A building that changed jobs every day.
Yeah, that's totally an amazing place. What about Eza? Would you like to go to another country in the future?
Not there yet.
Yes, but also no.
You still don't know?
Yes, but also no.
Yes, but also no. Why? Why not?
My no is it can be very expensive.
That would be very
That's true.
expensive. Yeah,
That's a good reason.
that's a good reason. But that would be totally free if you got a scholarship. Plus, just like what Elmar told us, that the education in Germany is free.
Wow, that is really worth it.
Oh,
But do you have to pay in Indonesia for education? It's not
For
free.
sure.
of
For
course.
sure. And that's a lot.
Okay.
And
It's a
well,
lot.
the
There
education
is
is getting
paying
higher
everywhere.
or expensive. It's getting expensive
Mm.
every year. Like
Mm.
even for the kindergarten, you will have to pay around like 3 million rupiah. I don't know.
That's
If
okay.
Sometimes
Yeah.
even a kindergarten in some places are even more expensive than the elementary school.
yeah, especially for the international like play group. Like usually those who uses like British Council or those who use the international curriculum, then they will
Yeah.
be much more expensive.
Okay. I didn't know that you had to pay there for education. I just
It
knew
also
that
went to-
generally, for example, in the US, you have to pay for college. You know, that's what I know is like in the US, but I didn't know about Indonesia that you had to pay. That's crazy that they increased it though, that you have
Well,
to keep paying more.
well, yeah,
Wait a minute.
even
It's paying
for
for education is not a normal thing.
Sorry?
Is paying for your education is not a normal thing.
Well, I think it should be for free. That would be better. Because education, everyone has the right to, study, like learn.
Everyone has the right to be smart,
Exactly. Everyone should have equal opportunity.
or else everyone will be dumb.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the point. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, it's been a great discussion with you, Elmar. We
Yes.
surely learned a lot. But yeah, let's take a picture, guys. Let's take a picture together.
Yes.
Yeah, please give it to your pose. And Burhan, are you going to do the same pose like every meeting?
My eye is a little bit hurt today,
Ah,
and mom said it was infected.
oh, what happened?
I don't know. It came from my cousin.
Oh, okay. So, Answer, are you taking another meatball?
Meatball!
Okay. Let's give your best pose, guys. Let's pose 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. Let me
Perfect.
here. Okay, so give me another one pose. Wait, I will share it to your mom. And let's give it to yeah, I don't know, your mom will be like, especially Burhan's mother, she'll be like, oh my god, look at him.
Oh,
Okay. Another one pose.
All
1,
right.
2, 3. All right. Good job, everyone.
Perfect.
So, yeah, guys, do you have something to say to Elmar before we end this class?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what have we learned today?
We learned about Germany,
yes, that is correct.
about its flags, and then
That's
about
correct.
its landmarks, where people is bathing in Munich, and then
Mhm.
about the silly mustache Hitler, and then some other dudes.
Yeah,
And then the
that's
castle of Disney.
Disney Castle.
Basically.
Yeah, that's Totally. And I would like to say thank you so much for Elmar to be for your time
No problem.
to be our guest speaker today. And thank you for sharing the knowledge about Germany and also the culture and language to the kids. They surely learn a lot from you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's very cool. If you have questions, if they have questions, maybe they can ask you and you can write me a WhatsApp or something, and then I can, answer.
Yeah, totally, for sure.
If something pops up later, if something, pops into mind.
Yeah, the kids usually they have like a very random questions that I didn't
Yes, yeah.
But that's the thing.
But yeah, thanks for having me. Very cool.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for becoming so active and curious about that. Thank you for being so respectful, and hopefully we all are learning something. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.